listen, I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more. Okay. Look, sometimes you need the faith. Sometimes you need to know your worth. Sometimes you need to wait. Shoot like the golden boy, but in front of the bait. You can't negotiate with Drake. You gon' have to pay. But wait, jugging on the main stage, the mainframe, loosen up your face, baby. Sometimes I need a vacate, meditate, hydrate, protect my energy before engagement.
Grew up having nothing, you're labeled impatient. But once the boss made it, you're labeled amazing. Meticulous with words, such a force of nature. I don't wanna seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I wanna see.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Las Vegas Raiders.
To kick off for the Chargers.
The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. Taken in the end zone. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Justin Jones there on the stop. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
At the 26-yard line.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. That's caught. It's Bryan Edwards. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Vegas.
Carr now on first down. Open man is Edwards. He's got it. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's good for 28 yards.
That's another Las Vegas first down.
From the gun, it's Carr. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start. He's got a first down past the 30. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set. 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
At the 43-yard line.
Out of the gun, Herbert. Buying time to his left. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he'll go down, but not before getting is inside the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And let's face it, what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch,
under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown out on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
No score after one on EA Sports. Perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's first and goal. Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. So that'll back them up 5. And they'll try again here, first and goal after the false start. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on first and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. From the gun, Herbert eluding the pressure right. And he's going to go down again. Max Crosby picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Flushed out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up fourth down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on second down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
And he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough.
Good.
So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A gain of 9.
Throwing again on second down. Carr. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
Good for a Las Vegas. First and 10 at the
on first down. Carr. Got an open man. It's Ruggs. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Good pickup there, 26 yards.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Another Raiders first down. First and goal at the 1.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
It's a gain of a yard.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's third and goal at the 1. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, third and goal. Seconds of the first half, and the Raiders have taken the lead. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce-back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Pulls it in at the 13.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Chargers.
So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a first and 10 at their own 22. They'll hand off here to Eckler. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And he'll get it out near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Second and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there, pick up the first down.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Operating from the gun. Herbert, that's into the hands of Eckler. Not much there, only a yard.
Brandon, you know, this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
Here's Herbert down on second down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Flush to his right. Finds the open man. It's It's Mike Williams. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Again, Herbert steps away to his left, and that is incomplete here.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the third quarter of this divisional round matchup. Throwing again. Herbert got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 12-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And that'll be incomplete.
Pass thrown away and incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Herbert. And this is complete. It's Allen. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And, boy, he is very close to a first down. But from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this certainly a key moment in this game, trailing by 3. 4th quarter with a spot in the championship game next weekend on the line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
So pickup of 6.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
47-yard line.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Yeah, Elgin, it's a close game, bro. It's a close game.
To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. And this will be caught by Edwards. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Carr to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Jacobs. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. 20-yard line. Into the red zone. It's Carr. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's second down. How about the call to come with a blitz there in this situation?
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. So when they send out a number of people in the pattern, sometimes they just make a change on defense, say, okay, we'll come after you instead. And that's exactly what they did.
Now Carr. Reception here by Ruggs. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Trying to run forward with Jacobs. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
Las Vegas.
To throw his Carr. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it first and goal. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. Back to throw. And he's got it. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try to rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Taken from about the 12. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. One last throw here for Herbert. That'll be complete to Cook. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Raiders are moving on. Thanks for watching, everybody, and so long. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL.
Another L. Designer on me, this they know.